In 30 days, our group coaching program made over $36,000 in sales, and all of those clients came through our Skool community with zero paid ads. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we do that consistently and how you can do the same. Let's get into it. Now, the core philosophy behind this is a concept called giving away the farm and selling the implementation. This is something that fundamentally comes from a book series called the $100 Million series by Alex Hormozi. If you haven't heard of it or him, I highly recommend you check it out and read that series. It's just 3 books, 4 if you include Gym Launch Secrets. But the point is these books, the fundamentals of these are the foundation of everything that we do with our Skool community. And the highest earning Skool communities, the most successful ones, they do the same sort of thing. So if you'll notice on any of the most successful Skool communities, all they do is they focus on how much free value can I give to people. Because what that does is it builds up rapport with your potential customers so that in the future, if you think about it like a bank, you over time build up that goodwill into that bank, you deposit it in there, and then when you want to sell them something, you cash out that goodwill. If you don't have any goodwill with them, then you can't cash it out. You can't really sell them on anything. You can, but it's a lot harder. But when you have that goodwill, it's like a huge cheat code. So again, you'll notice in those communities, usually in the free communities on Skool or on their social medias, especially YouTube, they give away every single bit of knowledge that they know about the topic, about their subject matter expertise. And what that does is it attracts all these people, especially people that they might not have attracted otherwise, that are shopping around looking for the best solution for their problems, maybe even looking at their competitors. And let's say, for example, you are one of those people, right? Imagine you are your own customer or potential customer. You are shopping around and looking at 5 different Skool communities, right? And the first 4 that you come across, none of them give away anything for free. Every single one of these people, you have to pay to get any sort of service, anything, any sort of value that you want. And so for all 4 of these people, all of these communities, they don't give away anything for free. You have to pay for every single bit of knowledge or service or anything like that. And so you don't know how well this person teaches. Maybe they have testimonials or case studies and that helps, but you don't have any sort of rapport with this person. You don't know them personally, and so it's a lot harder for you to fully trust that this program is going to work for you. Now let's say you come across the 5th Skool community and they give away everything for free. They are not shy about putting everything in the free course of their community or on their YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. They are totally fine showing you everything that they know and even giving you free resources like documents and things like that, custom that they made just for this purpose of giving away to people for free. Now that makes it a lot easier to trust this person. Even if they don't have testimonials or case studies, you know how well this person works, especially how well they work for you, because everyone has different teaching styles, everyone has different learning styles, and if you like this person personally more than anyone else, you're a lot more likely to pay for this person's services than anyone else's. But it is counterintuitive, right? You might think like, if I give away everything, what will I have to charge? Well, what we're charging for in the Skool community, unless you have physical products, is you are charging people for access to yourself, right? So one-to-one coaching, group coaching, maybe even an extra curated course where you show people step by step, like a 6-week challenge or something like that, to do something more advanced, stuff like that. If they can get all of the lower stuff for free, if you can train them up to be your ideal client that will pay you for stuff, then they will pay you. They are already in your ecosystem from the beginning. So what needs to be set up for you to be able to do this? For you to know that your community is set up enough so that you can start charging people? Well, if you already have an audience, it kind of just depends on you. But if you don't, especially if you don't, the biggest thing that I would say is having your basic community set up first, which I go over in my second video, which I have a link down in the description for if you want to go check that out, of how to set up your community and the calls and the about page and everything like that so that it's all nice and dandy. You don't have to go all out. It definitely doesn't have to be perfect. It will not be perfect because you don't know what your audience wants. But just say you have the basic community set up, and then you'll want to have kind of a mini course somewhere. Like, for example, we have our group coaching course, the Skool OS course over here. And so it's everything that's in the free course, but we have it also built out here for the convenience of the members that are in the group coaching. We also have the recordings and everything in here. And the really nice thing about doing this is you don't have to release all of this at once when people pay. In fact, I recommend you don't. Whenever you sell people into this, especially if it's like a cohort, like you just opened up 5 slots or something, you can have all of these drafted. And then over time, as you get feedback from people, once they join the course and they start to go through it and they start asking, hey, can I get more info about, for example, can I get more info about what my daily schedule could look like? And then it's like, oh yeah, for sure. I just unlocked the page for you. When, in reality, you might have just created it from scratch. I don't know. But from that feedback, you can actively update the course, the paid course, and the free course, and continuously give more and more bonus value. For example, if I go to the free course, everything that I've added from the paid course, just from the feedback that I got from people that are in our coaching program, I made it a free bonus in the classroom. So it looks even better for free people. They're like, holy shit, I didn't even know I was promised this. It's a bonus. It's an added value for me to continuously improve my rapport with this person. And so we have all kinds of things in here. There are some things that are not fully built out, like for example down here. And so as we're building it out, as people are going through the course, we can then continuously improve it and make it better and better before we ever even unlock this for people. We can start to add videos, we can add more resources like different documents and trackers and scripts and things like that for people. But the point is like you want to have a very basic 3-pillar structure. And so for us, our pillar structure is pillar number 1 is offer clarity. Pillar number 2 is getting your first leads or first customers, depending on where you're at in your business journey. And then pillar number 3 is scaling from there, from wherever you were in pillar number 2. And so if we have that basic foundation, that basic outline for our course, then over time we can start to add more and more here. So if you were a crocheter, for example, I don't know a whole lot about crocheting, so forgive me, but let's say pillar number 1 is how to pick up the chopstick thingies. And then pillar number 1 is like how to hold the yarn in the chopstick crochet tool thing. And then pillar number 2 is how to start making your first design, how to make the first basic line, how to make a little grid, a square, whatever. And then pillar number 3 is how to make an entire knit blanket or something like that, some really big outcome that they can achieve by the end. Again, you can improve this, you can add to it, you can refine to it over time. Just focus on the basic outline structure of pillars 1 through 3. Focus on the absolute bare minimum. Like you'll look, there's only 2 pages in here because we haven't even released it to people yet. If you focus on the bare minimum, then you can start to add things as you go and make sure it's not overwhelming for people. You're only adding things that are more useful based on the questions you get. Because what people are really paying for is not the course, they're paying for access to you. You should already know the answers to all of these things. You're the expert. And if you don't, then you should be researching and figuring out how to do it. But the point is like if they're asking for like a script, for example, a sales script, I don't need to create this here. I can go over it with them on the call and create a custom script just for them, which is an even bigger value than having it in the course. But then over time, I can create a template in here that people can build off of themselves. And then there's more of a bonus here. I can still work with them on it. Again, I can add it as a bonus in the free course and have more and more people trust me. It's another flywheel. The next thing we want to focus on is our CTAs. This is just for the basic community setup for anyone that's on the free side of things. A CTA is a call to action, or really just letting someone know that your paid offer exists and letting them know how to pay you if they want to be a part of it. So there are 2 types to this. There's the passive CTA and the active CTA, and both are equally as important, but there's still a sort of ratio that you want to go about here. With the passive CTAs, it's just kind of like you have to feel it out. With the active CTAs, I'll get to that in just a second. But if I look here at the community, you'll see that there's a lot of value that goes along in this community, right? There's a lot of people engaging. You can get free wingman, there's an onboarding call, etc., etc. But you'll also notice that there's this CTA to book a call for our coaching program. And so if somebody's in this community and they are just kind of ready to go, then they can always click on this and book their own link. We also, in the classroom, within the course, have these CTAs everywhere. Like, for example, we have, at the end of our course, it says, congrats. After everyone's gotten all the value and everything from our free course, we say, if you want more help, see if you qualify. And again, they can book a call for our coaching program. We even have some proof down here of really great customer results. And so the way that we go about this is, within the course, we like to build it up very simply or very minimally over time, where we don't want to overdo it. Like, a lot of people with their courses, they have a CTA under every single video, and that's totally fine, or under every single page in this case, because there's not any videos here. But, and again, that's totally fine. You can totally do that. We like to, again, make sure that it's just very simple and people at least know that the paid offer exists, but not that it's being shoved down their throat. And over time, we add more CTAs. As we add more value, as it gets to a point where, like, if we go through the classroom and we act as if we're a customer, we realize that there's so much value here, we don't even mind at all. If anything, we are flattered that this person would even want us to be in their paid program. So what I would recommend when starting out is having one at the end of the course, and possibly even one at the beginning of the course. There are a lot of people that do that as well. Like, for example, video, no, that's not it. In his classroom, in the start here, watch more, under every video, it says, see if you qualify. And so you can do the same thing. It's just under his videos, but he's still providing a ton of value in his free course. And otherwise, I could still unlock all of these as long as I'm just engaged in the community. So I can pay for more, but I can also just play to win, which is pretty cool. There are also other communities that do the same thing like that. I don't have the time to go through all of them, but just see how it works best for you. Again, we like to keep it minimal, but it's up to your style. The next thing that we're going to look at is the calendar. Now, this is the best CTA, passive CTA that is, because it shows up every single week or every single time that you are planning to have one of these coaching calls. So Skool OS, again, this is our coaching. And whenever people look at the calendar, they see that they don't have access to this, but they can see the CTA down here and they can apply. And boom. And so not only does it show up on the calendar, but whenever there's a live event going on, it'll show right here saying live Skool OS, and people can click on it and it'll take them straight to the calendar to the CTA, and they're visibly seeing something that they're missing out on. So it increases FOMO, it increases curiosity. They know about our paid offer now, and it just works. It's a really great way without really taking any of the goodwill or cashing out any of the goodwill from that bank, if you will. The next part is with active CTAs. So the way that we're going to think about this is what I was talking about earlier, is we want to kind of think about a ratio of like 4:1. So when you're the creator in the Skool community, you want to make 4 posts that give value for every 1 post that is a CTA for a paid offer. And when I say value, it can be a teaching post, it can be a fun post, just making sure that people can see that you're in the community, not just to sell people, but to actually provide something, whether that's on the teaching side or on the community side of engaging with people and having fun. Not to mention commenting on other people's posts, etc., to help them. Again, the big thing that you want to do is just provide as much value for people as possible. Even within this post that is a CTA, we often talk about, like, what are the big things that people struggle with. When is someone likely to fail? Well, they stop, they drift, they lose momentum. So when people are reading these types of posts, even if they don't pay for it, they're still getting value out of this. And you'll see we have 119 likes, 90 comments on this. People immediately signed up. We booked out 5 slots in, like, I don't even know, like a week. It was really fast. So just from these posts, they work really well when in conjunction with posting, again, like I said, the fun posts, the value posts, engaging in the community, in the comments. Especially one thing, and this is a little bit of a side note that I'll add, is one thing that we're starting to do is when people are posting in the community asking for help on something, we're going to start posting little Loom videos and things like that just to give as much value as possible. Again, at the end of the day, what you want to think about is how much value can I give to this person until they beg me to charge them for something. Kind of the last thing I want to touch on is on sort of the sales and expectations side, sales and fulfillment side. And I'm not going to get into how to do sales, that's for another video, but just a quick little bit on this is the thing that separates a good coach from an amazing, exceptional coach is they set expectations. And they set expectations in two places. Number one, you want to set expectations within the offer messaging itself. Like when you talk about the offer to people, you say, we will get here to this specific point within this specific amount of time. For us, for example, we will help you get your first 5 clients in 90 days, something like that. Right? For crocheting, it's we will help you create a giant knitted blanket in 90 days, right? Like from beginner to knitting really cool shit in 3 months. That's easy. That's really easy for someone to understand why they would want to be a part of something like this. And so they set expectations up front within the messaging and everything. And then one thing that we do is when we sell someone into the program, we have a kind of pseudo contract where we set up a document. And we have the template in the free Skool community as well, but I'll get to that in a second. We set up a document where it's expectations. Core premise of this document is essentially like expectations on our side, on their side, and that if they're met on both sides, this person is guaranteed to win. So what can you expect from us in a bullet point list? What should we expect from you, which again is set by us, like trust us, do what we tell you to do, etc. And then by signing this document, you are aware that if these expectations are met, you will win. Like that's pretty much it. And you can even add in there like a little guarantee if you want to have a money back guarantee. We don't have a money back guarantee, but if you want to do that, you totally can. It's up to you. Again, like I was mentioning earlier in the video, this is a flywheel effect. As your paid coaching program gets better, that course gets better, you can plug it into the free course and that gets better and people trust you even more. As you get people results in the paid option, you start to get testimonials and case studies and everything like that, which has people trust you more and more, and that keeps going and going. And so if you are ready to start your Skool community, I've got the link down in the description below where you can start your own. And if you want to learn more about how to do exactly what I just talked about in this video and more, I've also got the link down in the description below where you can get all the free templates, the free course, everything I've talked about, and access to 13,000 other people that are in your same shoes. See you guys in the next one. Peace.